Hey, it's me, Shay again. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I actually filmed a video and posted it just before this, but then I went to get a burger, and then when I came back, I saw the YouTube had taken down my video because there was too much going on in this area. But I've learned my lesson, YouTube. I'm not gonna do that again. But yeah, basically, so I had to make this video because I realized that I really should be making more of this content, because the a lot of the content on the topic of male loneliness is coming from a lot of dumb people and people who are saying a lot of like single-sided, like one-sided perspectives, and they might be like mirroring the perspectives of like just people who are defensive. But I think that that's not enough, really. I think that we should be more sensitive to everyone, and I think that more intelligent and more deep thinkers should chime into this conversation, because I don't think we're getting very far with it. So anyway, so I realized I do have to make this content, particularly because today I realized I hit a new low. Personally, I hit a new low, and I made one of these posts. I made a post on Ask Indian Women. Particularly, it was about this reel that I saw on Instagram, which was this lady. She essentially on her first, this Indian woman, she on her first night after her marriage, she was in bed with her new husband, and he was ready to take it a step further and get intimate, and she wasn't ready for it. Completely justified in my opinion, because how do you take two strangers, put them in one situation, and expect them to just get like be comfortable enough to do that? I mean, like hookups aside, hookups are based on lust, so that's really not something you can compare in this case. But yeah, so she wasn't ready and he was, and he was really mad, and at 3 a.m. he calls up her father and her male relatives, and he's like, she won't put out, like what the hell. And I was completely in shock, because I totally get it. Like I feel like I would be so frightened if that was expected out of me. And she and everyone in the comments was like super like supportive of her. And one guy in particular, he said in Hindi, he said that sister, you should give him the drum treatment. And when they say drum treatment, they refer to like how lately it's been more and more visible, it's reported more and more often that these like sort of crazy psychotic women, they've been killing their husbands or whatever, something, I don't know, and like they just dispose of the bodies in drums and vats. And that's like really weird. But yeah, I don't know, men are using this example to show that like all women are capable of such atrocities, and that's frankly not true. Women have tolerated way more than like than any of this. But anyway, moving on. So so that was what the context for the drum treatment was. Anyway, so I realized that I really do have to have these conversations more. If even one person's like watching these videos, it's a good thing. Yeah, I'm sorry the intro was so long, but yeah, okay. I'm really sorry my energy is a bit low, because I filmed the previous video like an hour ago, and then when I came back to see, I saw the video was taken down, and I kind of got really tired and I didn't want to film it again. I was like, this is so important to do, but yeah, anyway. I'm kind of ready to sleep actually. Anyway, so the point of this video was to explain that there's going to be a specific structure to the rest of the subsequent videos. And so it's basically going to look like I'm going to discuss problem behaviors that generic problem behaviors that men seem to be displaying, and then how that shows up in relationships, male female relationships, male male relationships, male family relationships, and male and self relationships. So how these things like kind of show up. And then I'm also going to discuss how my theories on how these things show up, on average, how they tend to show up. And then at the same time, I'm also going to discuss how male upbringing is different from female upbringing. And then and this is going to be done not to show that women are better than men, but just rather to show that there is a juxtaposition and a difference in how males and females have developed the way that they have. And this is super important. Eventually you will notice. Oh yeah, I did want to discuss that I did receive a message from some guy on Reddit, and he was like, I think it's really insensitive that you're discussing these like really heavy topics, but you're like kind of not clothed. And I was like, okay. I didn't respond to him, but I'll tell you why I do that. So, okay, I'll be honest, nudity is the easiest way to get fame or popularity or an audience. And so I've always found that men particularly lack this sort of civic sense when it comes to sexual behaviors. And I found that the most problematic people are consumers of porn. And it makes complete sense, right? Because like porn does not humanize women. And so if I do want to talk about that, something that's like really, really boring or deep or uninteresting, I should use the medium that is most used by people who need to hear what I want to say. And so if you think this is insensitive, this is essentially just me hacking the system. If I was a clothed woman, I would not even get 1% of the views that I get, because I'm nothing to look at. But because of the fact that I'm willing to like expose myself, it's a lot easier for me to access people. And like you're really not gonna sit and listen to a clothed woman talk about something that's this deep, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm scamming you. That's what's happening. You're getting scammed. If you reached this far in the video, you got scammed. Also, in my previous video, I said my top was up till here, and I had like excellent boobage going on. And at one point, I was shaking, and then I said, "Oh my god, the jiggle physics goes so hard," and I think that's why they removed my video. I think that's really mean. But I've learned my lesson, YouTube. Don't do this to me again, please. Thank you. I love you. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. I will see you in the next video.